Parkitect is a theme park construction and management simulator game. Build and manage a theme park or the theme park of your dreams. It was fully released on November 29, 2018. Parkitect is a theme park construction and management simulator game. Games like this do not need a story. I would prefer if they made a tutorial campaign. The campaign of this game is more of a challenge kind of thing, although it works as some sort of tutorial because it will start you off with simple and easy to reach objectives. It's a theme park construction and management sim, so basically you build and customize your theme park in your own way. There is a tutorial to get you started, but the tutorial only gave me a very basic idea on how the game works. The tutorial is boring, but if you have the patience, it will give you an idea on how the game works. You should not rely on the tutorial though, because you will not really learn a lot from it, except for a few basic things that will give you an idea on the things you can do in the game. If you want to go in depth though, you're really gonna have to consult Google or do trial and errors. That's what I did in many cases. Building coasters, for example, has no autocomplete function, so you're really gonna have to manually set and align the tracks. I got confused with this at first because I did not understand what the numbers meant when you lower or raise a track or structure. Finally, when I did understand what the numbers meant, building a coaster manually ain't so bad after all. It does not, however, change the fact that carefully aligning the tracks to its endpoint consumes extra time I could have been using to do other stuff. Having an autocomplete function is very welcome. The game can feel overwhelming at first, especially to me, wherein I checked the scenario editor as soon as I finished the very basic tutorial. It felt overwhelming because there was a ton of things I can do and I cannot do all those things at once, but I want to try them all out. My mind got flooded with so many ideas just checking out the game's full roster of objects to place and rides to build and customize. So it is advised to go slow and start with the simple things. This is where the campaign shines, wherein it gives you simple tasks at first, and having only the basic coasters and shops unlocked, it does not feel as overwhelming. The game does have a lot of customizations and design options, but if you really are into designing a theme park, Planet Coaster is the best for that. But in managing your park, Parkitect is the game to play. It has the right balance of customization and management. Though Planet Coaster may be better in terms of designing your theme park, Parkitect has so much to offer with this as well. I could spend hours designing my park. Heck, I even accidentally put water in my whole park and flooded it. And what did I discover? New design opportunities. My park's pathways automatically became underwater tubes. Also, I saw a guy in Reddit build a Starbucks in Parkitect. Though simple to build in Parkitect, things like this are possible and look great. Besides customizing the design of your park, customers and staff can be renamed for a more personal touch. Guests and staff have individual thoughts. People have stats such as happiness, tiredness, hunger, thirst, the need to go to the bathroom, nausea, immersion, or preferred ride. You can click on a park guest and see their experience with the park. In the Opinions tab, you'll see how much people like a specific ride, how many are excited to try it, or how many can't afford it. By doing this, you'll have an idea how much a ride can be charged. Guests like it if your park looks beautiful. So decorating and designing your park has a purpose besides looking good for screenshots. Also, things like rain affect the game. Rain is not just a visual effect. I noticed this at first when I was browsing the available shops in the game. I saw an umbrella shop and it made me think on its purpose in the game. Was I amazed to know that raining does affect rides without a roof, and guests use umbrellas when it's raining. So you see, even designing a park and manually creating structures and roof for rides that are exposed to rain is important. This puts another layer of strategic design options. Rain protection visualization is a tool in the game as well. You can see if an area is protected from rain or if people will get wet there. The game is not all about design. There is also staff management, wherein stuff like shops having no stock of food or beverage needs to be restocked. You need to hire haulers that will carry supplies from your deliveries to individual shops. Guests also don't like seeing trash not in their proper place. You can hire janitors or pick them up and place them in dirty areas for them to clean. Guests also don't like seeing your staff carrying supplies to your shops. You must strategically put decorations or structures to obscure the view of the guests from unwanted sights. For some of the parks I made, I created underground, employees-only pathways that led and rose directly to my shops. I then placed some trees and some decorations beside the tunnel so guests won't see my haulers entering and exiting the hidden pathway. These things make designing the park have its aesthetic feel, but at the same time, it's also strategic because guests have the immersion stat where the beauty of their surroundings affect it. This includes my previous statement about hiding your haulers behind objects or structures you create. Oh, did I mention you can also paint objects or walls and a lot of stuff in your park? Yes, you can in fact customize the paint job. You can even paint the terrain. You can edit different kinds of terrain, adjust the elevation, and create rivers or pools of water. When your park is almost full of stuff you created, structures can sometimes block your view. Thankfully, the game has a toggle for hiding and making some structures look transparent, so you can see where your staff or guests are at. Individuals also have their own inventory. You can check how much money a guest has on his wallet, or what fancy thing he wears or bought. Though it does not have a full impact on the game, it has the unique feel and gives the park more life. When you're done with the campaign, or you feel like you're already an expert with the game, you can step into the scenario editor, where you can customize your own park however you like. You can simply design with unlimited cash or test yourself with your own creation. You will easily get lost in the scenario editor if you do not learn the game step by step, but it's possible. You'll make a lot of mistakes at first and be confused about what some of the objects do, but don't let that stop you from experimenting and getting the hang of it. The game has a bright, cheerful, and colorful feel to it. You won't see amazing and detailed textures, but it's very pleasant to look at. You won't see complicated human gestures, but the walking guests and staff members are cute and lovable. The camera angle is a top-down view akin to games like StarCraft. The objects in the game were crafted very well, which made using them in designing your park fun and pleasant. I very much enjoyed building different types of structures because of the graphics. Simply being able to post and share screenshots of your unique creations in the internet is proof enough that the art style and graphics of the game is good. I wish there was autocomplete for coasters and an undo button. I understand that including an undo tool is difficult, but if the game did have one, it will make a lot of things easier with relation to construction. If you are heavily focused on theme park design, Planet Coaster is still the way to go. But if you love management sims and love theme parks, Parkitect is perfect. It has the right balance of management and strategic designing of your parks. It's not a perfect theme park construction and management simulation game, but it's a great theme park construction and simulation game. My final verdict for Parkitect is an 8 out of 10.